using the Logger Pro program as well. So we see here we have our video, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. You can also move it if you need to, so it's a little bit easier to work with. Normally we would go ahead and set the scale, but we can see this green line shows that that's already been set to be 1 meter, and I'm just going to hide it again so we don't have to see it. And we normally set the axis as well, but that's already been set here, so we're going to have this be our starting point, and we'll advance the frames to that point. So we see the video, we can play it through. We see obviously the ball rolls off the table and then through the air. And so we're going to go ahead, we're going to back it up here, and we're going to move it to the point where it's about to fall off of the table. So it's right on the edge there, and that's where we're going to start our video analysis. And so we're going to track the motion of this ball. And to do that, we're going to select this tool here, and that's the Add Point tool. And so we're going to center the ball in the middle of the frame here, and we're going to just click, and it's going to put a dot on the screen and advance it 1 frame. And so we're going to keep doing that as we go through, continuing on and creating this pathway, but more importantly creating 2 graphs here, one of the horizontal motion and one of the vertical motion of the object. Okay, and so we get to the end, and we're now done, and you can just kind of minimize this video. We don't really need it anymore, but what we see is the horizontal motion and the vertical motion of the objects. If we do want to change it, right now it's a position versus time graph, you can click on the axis and do velocity as well. That is an option, so we can change that. We also have some tools that are up above here, mainly this one, the linear fit tool, and if we select a graph and click that button, it's going to add a best fit line to these data points here, and it's going to tell us some information about that line. So that's another useful tool that you have at your disposal. Some of these other ones might be useful in future experiments, but we're not really going to use them now. But we can integrate. We can just get some basic statistics about the graph. We can do a curve fit if it was a curve. So there are a bunch of useful tools here, but we're not going to use all of them for this particular experiment.